Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie and you're actually in my dining room right now. And what I thought we would do today is something you guys requested when I shared with you my tote bag. I don't feel qualified to show you how to make the tote bag because there's tons of mistakes in it and so forth. But I did think a lot of you asked about this granny square. It's very unusual, or it was to me. I was used to just the traditional granny square. I didn't know there were multiple types of granny squares. So this is called the Sunburst. Now I did not have a pattern when I say I didn't have a pattern, I didn't have a written pattern. What I did was I watched a YouTube tutorial and I wrote it down. Like I literally took my pen and watched it and wrote it down. And so that's the way I do a lot of things. Like I don't look for recipes. I'll just watch the video and write it down because that person had went to the trouble of making the video. And so I need to watch the video. And if the recipe's in the description, great. If not, I just kind of follow through and write it down. As the video goes, I just jot it down. And so anyway, I thought what we would do is I would show you how to make this granny square. Now I will try my best to put the written instructions down in the description. I'll just type it out just like I have it here. And but what I would suggest, this is a disclaimer, because I'm not a master crocheter. I am just, like I've crocheted for years, but I've basically just done double crochets, single crochets, triple crochets, and made scarves and dishcloths. That's about the extent up until I made this tote bag. So let's just get started. I've got this tripod here. I don't have a GoPro, so I've got this tripod here. So hopefully you can kind of see over my shoulder, and I will probably be glancing up at you guys several times just to be sure I'm in view of the camera and you're seeing everything. So this is definitely an amateur shot video, but I thought you guys might enjoy it. And if the lighting is not good in this direction, I may switch you over to this side. So just bear with me while I get things set up and we will get started. Before we get started, let me share with you what you're going to need. I do this, now you can do this in like 2 colors and just alternate them. I did choose 4 different colors. I have yellow, pink, and kind of a teal and a white. And this is just a 4-weight worsted, whatever that word is, acrylic yarn. Nothing fancy at all. I am using a 5mm crochet hook. You will also need a yarn needle. I am using this kind of brass colored one that's kind of bent on the end. You don't have to have that by any means. And you'll need a pair of scissors that I don't have out yet. So let me grab those, check which side I want you on, and I'll meet you back right here and we'll get started. Future Leslie jumping in here to tell you that after watching this back, I realized this is not the best tutorial out there. It is not, because I don't have the camera set up. But we're going to learn how to make this. And just know you don't have a really good angle, because I don't have a GoPro. I don't have an overhead. I don't have an overhead setup. I might try something a little bit different next time. But just bear with it. Just hang out with me as I crochet. And I will write out the instructions in the description. But there are I'm sure there are tutorials out there a whole lot. In fact, I know there is because I watched one. But if you just want to kind of watch a new girl make it, join me. And but yeah, I apologize ahead of time because it is just not the best tutorial out there. Hopefully I can figure out a new way to do a camera set up. But I'm sorry. I just wanted to come on and say that. So enjoy the video anyway. All right, I think I like this side better, and I did have my scissors out. They were just on the other end of the table. So I'm gonna start with the yellow. We're gonna make a yellow center. And I'm just gonna assume that you guys know a little bit about crochet, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time showing the actual hooks, but you just start with a slip knot. And the way I do that is I just wrap it around my fingers and push it through, but I don't pull it all the way through because I leave the tail, and then I just slide it down to where it's a knot around my hook. And so now we're going to chain 4, which is you just stick your hook is through the loop, you yarn over and hang on. You yarn over from the back and pull it through. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4. Get them all turned right. You have 4 chains on your hook. So, and I like to keep it pulled fairly snug. And what you're going to do is you're going to go in that last V and you're going to join these with a slip stitch. So I didn't put the yarn over or anything. I just stuck my hook in there. Now I'm going to come up with my yarn. Be sure you're grabbing your working yarn and not your tail. And I'm just going to pull it through that first chain and pull it through the chain on my hook. So now I'm kind of left with this little ball and one on my hook. So now you want to chain 3, and y'all just forgive me if I look at my instructions because I want to be sure I'm telling you right. Chain 3. 1 more, and I'm going really slow, but we'll stop the video and I'll fast forward at certain points. Now, the hard part for me is finding the center because I somehow always want to go to that little hole right there, but that's not the center. You want to kind of separate your stitches apart and think, oh, right there's the center. So now what you want to do is you want to double crochet into that center hole. So how you double, I kind of grab up, once I find the hole, I kind of grab hold of it with my thumb, pull my yarn tight, yarn over, then come back and grab it with this hand, go into that hole, the center of your circle, grab the yarn, come up with a loop, yarn over from the back, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That is a double crochet. So now I want to do that a total of 15 times in the center. Now, I'm not counting this where I chained 3. So if you count that, you're going to have a total of 16 bars. So let's do it again. You yarn over. Now the center is a little easier to find. Go into the center, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do it again. Yarn over, go through the loop, go through the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go through the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so as you can see here, let me pull my yarn out a little bit and I'll get my needle where I can show you. We have my triple crochet, which is a bar, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets already. So total of 5, counting my chain 3. I don't know why I'm saying triple crochet. That is a chain 3. So we have our chain 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, making it a total of 5 bars. So I want to complete this circle and do that I'm going to have a total of 16 bars, but you're doing a total of 15 double crochets. So watch me one more time. I'm going to kind of turn a little bit so maybe you can see better. Yarn over, go through the center of your ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm going to finish this, and as you're finishing the circle, it's going to get tighter. So it's okay for you to kind of push back those stitches so you don't build on top of each other. You can always take your fingers, grab them, and just squish them together. And that way it creates you more ring. Now you see my tail is laying here. I'm kind of crocheting over my tail. You don't have to, because you can weave it in at the end, but I like to crochet over it just to make it a little more secure. So one more time, and then we'll fast forward. Yarn over, go through the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. All right, I'm going to stop the video and put everything in fast forward. All right, so I have my 16 bars, and I want to join this one to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the top little V of that one, grab, yarn over, grab that loop, pull through that V, and then pull through the loop on my hook. And then I finish it off by yarning over. See, I've got my hook through here. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to pull through that. I pull it up a little bit, grab my scissors, give a nice snip, pull it through, pull it tight, and now you have this precious little starting of your sunburst flower. Okay, now what you want to do now is weave in your ends. So let me show you that real quick. This one I really don't have to weave in because I have crocheted it in. So I may pull it through a couple, and I just kind of pinch it, pull it through that. You want a yarn needle that has a big eye because it just makes it easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go behind it, go behind it, grab a couple stitches, and then go in the direction it was going. And I just do that a couple of times because I've already crocheted my end in as I was working, and just pull it in, and then I'm going to snip it. And then you have this end where we just finished. After I show you this, I will show you, after I finish this granny square, I'll show you the one I'm working on now. And I just like to go down the direction it came, kind of a little bit, just to get it off that top. And then I just I weave across. Now you can do whatever you want to do. There's really no right or wrong way of doing this. And I always kind of go behind it just to make it a little more secure. And you want to do that just a couple of times, and then you can snip your yarn. Now you'll see here, you see these pretty little V's, and then you see on the back, you just see these mountains, kind of these lumps. But over here you see these pretty little V's. This is the right side of your granny square. So any of those V's, you just want to find any of them, and you want to go under the top stitch. Be sure you're getting both of that. You see, here's my V right here, and I want to be sure I'm grabbing both of those. Then we're changing colors, so I'm going to take my next color. I can move my yellow out of the way and kind of just hook it on there. And I'm going to pull up a loop, and then we're going to chain one with both the tail and the working yarn. I'm going to chain one just to kind of lock in that yarn, and then I'm going to drop my tail. I'm going to drop it and just start working with my working yarn coming from my skein of yarn. And I'm going to chain another one. So I basically have 2 chains on there. So now I'm going to yarn over, go through that same stitch, pull up a loop. So now I have 3 loops on my needle. Can you see that? I don't know if I'm showing you. I have 3 loops on my needle. And then I'm going to do this again. I'm going to yarn over, go through that same stitch, pull up a loop. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do the same thing again. Yarn over, go through that same stitch, pull up a loop. And now I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 7 loops on your needle. So now what you want to do is yarn over and then pull through all 7 of those loops. And then you want to chain one, which is going to kind of bring them together, which means, so here are all the 7 I had on my loop. I've pulled the chain through. I've pulled the yarn through. Sorry, I'm getting too high for you. We're going to yarn over and chain 1. So now we are going to go in the next stitch. So here I have my little cluster. I'm going to yarn over. We're going to go in that next stitch, getting that whole V, grab the yarn, pull through. I have 7 loops on my needle. We're going to yarn over, go through that same exact stitch, grab some yarn, pull through, yarn over, go through that same stitch, pull through, and there we should have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See that? I just want y'all to be sure you can see that. It's hard for me to hold it and show you too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I need to bring them together and make them a cluster. So I'm going to yarn over and pull that yarn all through all 7 of those loops. And I need to chain it to bring it into a little cluster. So we're going to do a chain right there. And then we're just going to keep doing this throughout all 16 stitches. So let's start again. I hope you guys can see because it's hard for me to see what you're seeing. And my lighting's not great today. It's a little cloudy today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You pull through the loop 3 times, and that creates 7 hooks on your 7 stitches on your chain. All right, I've pulled through, and now I want to chain it to bring it into a little cluster. Let's do it one more time just so I can kind of watch and be sure what you're seeing. Okay, we're going to yarn over. We're going in that very next stitch, and we're grabbing both pieces of that stitch, that whole V. We're grabbing that whole V. Grab the yarn, pull through that V, pull up a loop. Yarn over, go through that stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop. Oops, I didn't pull that other one tight enough. Let's do it again. Yarn over, go through there, pull up the yarn, and we should have 7 on our needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to yarn over, pull through all 7 of those loops, and then we need to chain to bring it into a cluster. All right, I'm going to keep doing this, put it in fast forward. I'll see you when we get this round done. Okay, so we're at the point where we need to join, but before we join, you want to be sure, because we had 16 bars. Remember, we did 15 double crochets and then the 1 chain 3 that we started with. So we have 16 bars. We want to make sure we have 16 clusters. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so you want to be sure you count before you tie it off, because if by chance you've made an extra one, it's going to set the whole granny square off and it's not going to end up right. But on the bright side of that, if you happen to do that, you have a nice little coaster you can make. Ask me how I know. Okay, so just like we finished the other one, we're going to go to our top V of our chain 3. See, we're back to our chain 3. So we want to come over here, go in our top chain of that, yarn over, pull the yarn through that and through the one on our loop. Then we want to chain 1, pull it through, snip our yarn, and pull tight to secure. All right, now I'm just going to take just a minute to sew in my ends, and you do the same, and I'll meet you back when we're ready to start the next round. Okay, so here we have our center, and then we have our puff stitch. I kept calling them a cluster, but that was because when I pulled them together with that chain, it looks like a cluster to me, but actually the next one we're about to do is called the cluster. So this was a puff stitch. So again, you see the pretty little V's on this side. See the V's? And then if you flip it over, you just kind of see humps. Remember, you want to start on your right side. So this is the right side. It's just the prettier side. And you want to find one of those V's. It doesn't matter where, but you want to find one of them and stick your needle through, because that's where we're going to start. Okay, so we're going to go with our next. Oh, I keep hitting my microphone. Let me move it up. All right. So now we have our clusters here, and our puff stitches, and you see between each puff stitch there is a space. And so, oops, there's my ends. I need to trim them a little bit. Okay, so we need to find one of these spaces in between our puff stitches and just stick our needle in there. So now we're going to start our new color. We're going to wrap it on the hook, pull it through. We're going to yarn over with both the tail and the working yarn, and we're going to do a chain. Once that first chain is done, you can drop the tail. Be sure you're dropping the tail and hanging on to your working yarn, and you're going to chain another. All right, so now we're going to yarn over. We're going to go back in that same hole. We're going to pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through only 2 of those that's on our hook. Now we're left with 2. We're going to yarn over, We're going to reach back in that same hole, pull up another loop. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those. So now we have 3 hooks on our yarn, on our hook, 3 stitches on our hook. So we're going to do that again. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go in that same hole. We're going to grab the yarn. We're going to pull through, and we are going to pull through 2 of those. So now we have 4. Now this first stitch is the only one that's different. And that's because our chain is a little thicker. So we're going to make this have only 4 loops, but the rest of the time we're going to make sure they have 5. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through all 4 stitches. And now we're going to chain twice. Chain, chain. All right. So now we're going to yarn over. We're going to go in the next space area. We're going to go in this next space area. We're going to pick up our yarn and we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 2. We're going to yarn over. We're going in that space. We're going to grab our yarn. We're going to yarn over. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. You're going to pull through 2. I'm going to do it again. Yarn over, go in that hole, grab the yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and we have 4 stitches. Remember, after that first one, they're all going to have 5, so we need to do it one more time. Go in, grab the yarn, pull up, yarn over, yarn through 2. Now we have 5 stitches on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through all 5 stitches, and chain twice. So there is your actual cluster stitch. So let's do it again. I'm going to try to hold it a little bit closer. I'm going to watch what y'all are seeing. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to go in that next space area. We're going to grab our yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 of those stitches. So that leaves you with 2. We're going to yarn over, go back in that same hole, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 of those, and that leaves you with 3. Going to yarn over, go in that same space area, pull up a yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 of those. That leaves you with 4. So we're going to yarn over from behind. You know, we go from behind, yarn over, go in that same space area, grab our yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. That leaves you with your 5 stitches on your needle. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 5 of those stitches on your needle and chain twice. 1, 2. All right, so I'm going to do a few more. I'll come back and do the last couple with you, but we're going to put it in high gear, and I'll see you when we get around to the end. All right, I'm down to the last 2 that I have to make. So let's do this again one more time together. And we'll see if I can watch what I'm doing and make sure you're seeing it. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go into that next space area, grab a yarn, pull it up, yarn over, and pull through 2 of the ones on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go back in that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 on that space, leaving you now with 3 loops on your needle. Yarn over, go through that hole, pick up a yarn, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2. Now leaving you with 4 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, go in that same space area, grab up the yarn, yarn over, and pull through 2, leaving you with 5 stitches on your needle. So now you want to yarn over, pull through all 5 stitches on your needle, and chain twice. 1, 2. And you want to go yarn over, find your next space, go in there, grab up the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving you with 2 stitches on your needle. Yarn over, go in that space, pick up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving you with 3 on your hook. Yarn over, go in that space, pick up the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving you with 4 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, go in that space, pick up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving you with 5 stitches on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 5 stitches, and chain twice. Now we're back to where we began, but before we cut this yarn and secure it, we want to make sure, again, we need 16 clusters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 clusters. That's what we need. That's what we want. So what we're going to do is we are going to go in that top stitch up here, just like that. We're going to yarn over, pull through that one, and also pull through the stitch on our needle. Pull tight. We're going to yarn over and chain, sort of chain one, but we're going to keep pulling it through. We're going to snip our yarn, pull tight to secure. All right, now you want to take just a minute and weave in your ends. I'll meet you back when we start the last and final round and the last and final color. Okay, so this round you have to pay a little bit closer attention, and I may have to redo this video 100 times, but anyway, we're much like we did before, we're going to find the spaces in between our clusters, and that's where we want to put our needle, right in that space. We're going to take our white, which is our main color, or mine, you do whatever you want to do, but we're going to start it just like we did. We are going to pull through, and we're going to chain 1 with both the tail and the working yarn. There's 1 chain. We're going to drop our tail, keeping our working yarn in our hand, and we're going to chain 3 more. So a total of 4 this time. So there's 2, 3, and 4. This is going to count as a treble crochet, and we are doing the triple or treble crochet on this round. So and this is going to be the corner parts. This is what's going to make our circle a square. Okay, so in each corner we're going to do trebles. So that chain, it counts as our first treble. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to yarn over. Whoops, we're from the behind. We're going to go behind it, yarn over twice. Okay, we're going to go back in that hole. We're going to grab our yarn. We're going to pull up a loop. And then what we're going to do is we are going to yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops, yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops. Okay, All right, so we are going to do that. I think we need to do that again. Going to yarn over twice. I keep forgetting twice. We're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, in the next space, what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 double crochets in the next one. So in this one, we did 3 trebles. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That chain 4 counts as our first one. Okay, so now we're going to go in this next space area and we're going to double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to go in, we're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There is 1 double crochet in the next space. We got to have 3 in that one space. So we're going to yarn over, reach in, pull up a loop, yarn over, 2, 2. That is another double crochet. So we're going to do it one more time in that same space area. And we did another double crochet. So now in this next space area, we need to do a half double crochet, and we need to do 3 of them. So we're going to yarn over, go in this space, pull up a loop. As you see, that has 3 on my hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. That is a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go through our space area, pick up a yarn. We have 3 on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. We're going to yarn over, go in there, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 on our hook. So this one we've got 3 triple crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 half double crochets. Now we need to start building back up. So we're tall, medium, short, and now we need to go medium and tall again. Okay, so of course this one we're going to double crochet. We're going to yarn over, go in the next space, pull up a loop, double crochet right there. Do it 3 times in that same space area. So this round you have to pay a little bit of attention of where you're at. All right, so you can see that this is starting to build a square instead of a circle. So we've got our triples, our doubles, our half doubles. Now we're back to our doubles. So guess what the next space is going to be? It's going to be our triples. And it's going to be another corner. So the corners are a little bit different. So we're going to yarn over twice, go in this space area, pick up a yarn, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And we are going to do that 2 more times. Oops, I always forget to yarn over twice. Yarn over twice, pick up, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over twice, pick up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. All right, so let's stop here for just a minute. You've got the start of one corner here. Then you have your double crochets, your half double crochets, building back up. So we went back to double crochets and now we did a triple. But this is a corner. So we have to put more stitches in this, but we want to chain twice. We want to do 2 chains. Now that we've done our triples right here, we need to chain twice. 1, 2, maybe 2, and we're going to do 3 more triple crochets in that very same space area. So take your fingers, slide your stitches over. You've done your chain 2, and so now we're going to yarn over twice, go in that same space area, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we need to do it 2 more times. 1, okay. So there we go. We have our half of our first corner, over here. Then we're building up to, we're coming down to double crochets, down even further to half double crochets, building back up to double crochets, building back up to triple crochets, and we're chain 2 to create the corner, and we did 3 more triple crochets in that same stitch. So we're kind of going to turn it over this way now, and we want to start going back down. So we're going to do double crochets in this next stitch. No chaining in between. The only times you chain is in each corner in between the treble crochets. All right. So you do 3 in each stitch, in each space, sorry. Okay, so there's our double. So now we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we're going to do that 2 more times in that same space area. Okay, and so now we've got our halves. Now we need to start building back up because this is making our circle into a square. So in the next space area, we want to yarn over, go in the next space area, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and do that 2 more times. A total of 3 in each space. See if I can kind of turn sideways here. All right, so now we are back to another corner. So we treble, yarn over twice, go in that space, pull up, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over twice, same space, pull up, go through 2, 2. We're going to do that 1 more time. So there we have our full corner building up to half a corner. So we're still in that same stitch, but we need to chain twice to create our point, our kind of corner point. So we chain twice. I'm going to slide my stitches over because I'm still working in that same space, and we're going to do 3 more treble crochets. Okay, so here we have our first half of corner down here, I'm sorry guys, down here at the bottom, we have our full corner here, and we've come straight across, and we have our next full corner. I'm going to keep going until we get back around here, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay guys, well I have done all of my corners except finishing the one that we started over here, because we only did half of that corner. When we started with the white, we did the 4 chain, and that's just the half of the corner. So I just did my last double crochet. So we're going to get ready to do a triple. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to go in that stitch where we started, in that same hole where we started. So we're going to go in there, do our treble crochets just like we have been. One more, and kind of move your stitches around so they don't overlap. All right, so there I've done my last 3, and here is where we started. Right here's where we started. So I want to chain 2, just like you would create a corner. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to find that top stitch of that first chain. You kind of have to kind of wiggle your needle through there. You're going to yarn over and pull through that like a slip stitch. Pull through that last hook. You're joining them with a slip stitch there. And you're going to chain, kind of a chain. I don't know what you call it. So you're finishing off, and you're going to clip your yarn. You're going to pull through and secure. So there you have your, now you can block it. I did not block them when I did my tote bag, but you can definitely block them just to make a straighter square. But let me weave in my ends, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it, and I'll kind of go over the instructions one more time, hopefully in an understandable way. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is our finished square. I'll show you the wrong side. You see our circle became a square very beautifully. And it's a really pretty granny square. I love it. So let me kind of go over the instructions. In this center portion, what you want to do is you want to chain 4 and join with a slip stitch. Chain 3, kind of go up, chain 3, find the center of this circle that you've created. That's the hardest part, is making sure you're getting directly in the center. And then you want to double crochet. So you've chained 3. All right, you got a little tower of 3 chains. Then you want to double crochet in that same center 15 times, making a total of 16 bars. Counting your chain 3, then you're going to double crochet 15. That gives you 16 bars. And you're going to join them when you come around to the center, join them with a slip stitch. You start your second color in the stitch, the top stitch of one of these. You're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, including your tail, chain 1, drop the tail, chain another. So a total of 2 chains. Then you're going to yarn over, going in that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop 3 times. That leaves you 7 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. You're going to then chain 1. And then you're going to yarn over and do it in the next stitch all the way around. So you're going to create 16 of these puff stitches. So on the next round, if you're changing colors, you want to go in the space area, not necessarily the stitch, but in the open space area, and you want to pull up your new color just like you would. You're going to pull up a loop, you're going to chain 1, including the tail, drop the tail, chain another. So a total of 2 chains. Then you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 of those stitches. Yarn over, go in and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 of those stitches. Now your your first round will have only 4 loops on it because your top one where you've chained is thicker. So you're going to have only 4 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through, and chain 2. Then you're going to go over to your next space area and you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in that same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to do that until you have 5 stitches on your hook. Once you have 5 stitches on your hook, you yarn over, pull through all 5, and chain 2. And that is creating your cluster stitch, which is right here in the blue. And you're going to do that all the way around. When you get to the end, you're going to join with a slip stitch and secure your yarn and tie off and weave in your ends. And some people like to wait till the end. I don't, just because they get in my way and they drive me crazy. But anyway, and it gives my hands, like from holding it gives my hands kind of a little bit of a different feel. So then we're going to start with our white, which makes it into a square. And we're only going to start halfway through one of the corners. We're only doing half of the corner to start. So you're going in the space area here, pulling up the yarn just like you have in the other ones, except this time you're going to chain 4. Only chain 1 with both the tail and the working yarn, drop the tail, and then chain 3 more. You're going to have a total of 4 chains. That is creating your first treble crochet. Then you're going to treble crochet 2 more times in that space. Then you're going to go over to the next space and you're going to double crochet. You're going to go over 3 times in that same space area, 3 double crochets. Go over to the next space area and you're going to half double crochet 3 times in that same space area. Then you're going to start building back up. You go over to the next space and you're going to double crochet 3 times in that next space area. Now, here's where we're coming to our corner. You're going to go to the next space area and you're going to triple crochet or treble crochet 3 times in that space area. Then you're going to chain 2 and you're going to treble crochet 3 more times in that space area. So as you can see, I have 3 here, then I chained here, the corner here's my 2 chains, and then I did 3 more in that same space area. So I've got 3 there and 3 there with the chain 2. That makes our corners. And then once we've did our treble, 3 total of 6 trebles, but with 2 double chain in the middle, then we're going to double crochet, half double crochet 3 times each time in each space. And then we're back to our corner and then we just continue on until we finish off and we have this beautiful little granny square and it's gorgeous. I think it's so pretty, and you could do a dark and just do like a graduated orange, making it almost a sunflower look. I think that would be beautiful if like you did a black center and then like maybe a dark orange and then a lighter orange, and then I don't know, I guess you would still do white or a pale yellow on the outside. I think that would be absolutely, or a blue. It would be like sunflowers in, ooh, I think I'm going to try that. It would be like sunflowers in the field with the sky behind it. I think that would be super pretty. But anyway, that is that one. This is the one I'm actually working on now, and I love this one. This one is more of a traditional granny square, but I'm working it in such a way there's not a right side or a wrong side. And you can see it kind of gives each square an outline, kind of gives it a defined square area. And I just think it's super pretty. I think I'm going to make a house afghan out of these. And let me grab what I've just started on Judah's. I don't even have the other colors of yarn. I'm going in just a little bit to get it, but I'll show you kind of the center portion of it. Okay, so I haven't weaved in my ends yet, but here it's going to be kind of a rectangular granny square. And so here is my start. This is the start of it, and I'm going to build out with red and blue, white, red and blue, and because he said he wanted an American one. So that's what we're doing. And so there's the start of that one. Now, I also want to tell you, I have a craft light, and it's an OTT light, OTT light, L-I-T-E, and I love it. It's in my craft room, which is now a junk room, but it's in there, and I love it. But I don't want to bring it in the den because it's not very attractive. And I have a life group here every Sunday night. It would just be in the way and I'd have to keep moving it. And I've had it for years, so it's a little wobbly. So I don't want to bring it in here. So I thought I would show you what I found. I think this is called a book light. And I don't even remember. I think I found it on Amazon. And if I can, I'll try to link it below. But I hang it around my neck and you can bend it any which way you want. The lights come on, they brighten with a click. You can, if you need to bend it down, bend it this way, bend it that. I mean, whichever way you need to bend it, you can bend it. But it is super helpful when at night, when I don't want to turn on all the bright lights, but I need a little extra. This is so good. I'll see if I can link it. But if I can't find it, look for you a book light. I think they're wonderful. And it has really, really, really helped me. I'll try to link my scissors down below. I also bought, this was just a cute little thing that I thought I could hook to my shirt and I didn't have to hunt for my scissors. They were always attached. The only problem is sometimes I bend down and they stab me. So, but I thought my little sea turtle was adorable. But I will try to link my scissors. Oh, and I got the greatest set of crochet hooks. Hang on, let me grab them. All right, I'm actually using one of these on Judah's. So it comes with a set of yarn needles. I haven't even opened these yet, but it comes with all sizes of yarn needles. It comes with, I haven't even counted how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe 14. I may have the other one. Yeah, it comes with 14 because the one I was working with Judah's is not in here. So 14 needles. It also comes with stitch markers. So if you need to, if you're a beginner crochet and you need to mark your corners so you know where to do your 2 chains. And it also comes with some yarn snips. Super good. All right, and it comes in this cute little bag. And I just love the bag. I love it. Okay, and it's by Yarnus, but I'll try to link that down below too, because when I find something really cool on Amazon, I try to tell you guys. In fact, I haven't done an Amazon, like the last 5 items I purchased from Amazon. I haven't done that in a while. So I'd say there's one of those due coming up. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little crochet time with me. Like I said, I'm not a master crocheter, and you can tell that by this video, but maybe it's kind of fun to learn from somebody who's new at it as well. Or I'm not really new at crocheting, I'm just new at doing certain things. Does that make sense? And so anyway, if you want to make the, just find a good tutorial on a tote bag. My tote bag took, it took 18 granny squares to do this. So I made 18 of those, which went by super fast. And then I think I slip stitched them together. I'm not sure what I did. I don't know what I did to sew them together. But anyway, just find you a good tutorial, because I don't feel worthy or accomplished enough to teach that, because mine has lots of mistakes. But it was fun to make. So, all right. Well, there's your tutorial on this, and I will see you guys on the next one. If you want me to do a tutorial on this one, I can. I love how I'm doing it in a way that it doesn't have a wrong or right side, and you see the outline of each square. You see it? Kind of see the outline of each square around, and I love that. Okay, all right, well, I will see you guys on the next one. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.